Hey, so this is a pretty vulnerable and uncomfortable video to make. So I guess I'll say up front, if you just like to take in content from folk and not hear much about their personal processes, this won't be one for you, and that's totally okay. For anyone still tuning in, this isn't really anything I need advice or sympathy on, and I'll warn that I'm running pretty close to self-diagnosing here, so I hope it can be understood that I'm kind of just waiting to be able to go see if I can be diagnosed, and this is more just a peek inside my head and how my brain works, or doesn't, really. You'll probably notice that I'm very sporadic with things online, which is a terrible way to be when you want to crack a go at making this a sustainable gig. Online content creation requires a lot of planning, forethought, insight, and dedication if you really want to go in on things. Understanding trends and such is a great asset, and that comes from either great intuition or reading the algorithmic tea leaves properly, sometimes both. Sometimes what you make is just good enough to break through and stand out either way, but it generally takes some know-how, let's say, to understate it. It also takes quite a bit of focus, and that's where I falter, I say as I look at my phone to see what my notifications are. Unfortunately, it also affects my life even beyond all of this online fun, and if I had to guess what affliction I have, ADHD is probably what I've got going on. I look into it, I talk to friends who were diagnosed, I read up on accounts from people, and yeah, it sounds like me. If it's not that, I haven't found what it is yet, but this is the closest I've gotten. And it's gotten worse over the last year or so too. I never imagined I could have it because, at least here in America, the stereotype is that ADHD is mostly just for kids, and it means they bounce off the walls and are hyper all the time. And if you know me, I'm a pretty laid back, relaxed guy, all in all, so I never even bothered to look into what it could be or actually entailed. And like all things, there's a sliding scale, and it's rather broad. It isn't a strict, if you have this, then you have these exact symptoms things. There's wiggle room, but it mostly affects me by meaning I often have no drive or ability to do much of anything, ever, at all, which sucks when doing things generally relies on being able to do them. The other way I've found it mostly manifest for me is having a revolving door of things I'm incredibly interested in. It's great for those few weeks when I'm really into something. Sometimes it's a show, sometimes it's a genre of music, sometimes it's a specific game or a game series. As I'm sitting here saying this, it's Pokemon due to all the buzz around Pokemon Legends Arceus, but before this, it was the Hitman games. I went through and got all the trophies for the first 2016 Hitman game. It felt pretty great to do. I installed Hitman 2 right after, but like the weather, my interest changed. I was excited to go play all the new maps, but now I can't get myself to play it for more than a few minutes without wanting to immediately bounce off of it. This happens constantly for everything, all the time. At best, this is an annoying thing, and at worst, it's kind of had me somewhat existential, in addition to being behind on everything constantly. How this mostly affects content creation, though, is that I'll have a great idea for a video. I'll spend the time studying and playing the game for its footage, and by the time I get to the process of writing it, voicing the script, getting to the editing stage, I just can't get myself to do it. It's a horrible thing because saying I just can't get myself to do it conveys and implies laziness or lack of desire, and sometimes I wonder if I am just chronically lazy or something. But by the time it gets to a point where I need to actually do the video part, I just can't get there. Even this video, I've probably procrastinated on for like a month now. Hell, I had a whole video series planned out that for a month or so I was so into doing. It was basically going to be the direction I took my channel for a long while, and if you've been around, you'll remember Monstalgia. It would have been me covering Pokemon, Digimon, all the monster racing games that time forgot along the way, and when my mind lets me, I adore all those things. I had a good angle, I had branding. Last year, I even made a little intro animation for it, all souped up and ready to deploy, and then nothing. I couldn't keep myself interested in it, so I put it down and pursued whatever else seized my mind throughout the year instead. And understand that when I say this applies to other things. Sometimes it takes me hours just to get around to a shower or make food, brushing my teeth, Simple, basic things others may pay no mind to. These are hills to climb. I've been putting off an oil change for my car for weeks. Thankfully, I've had a half-decent excuse with us constantly getting inches and inches of snow and my car not being made for that kind of weather, so it is good for me to be staying in, but I also know that if the weather was clear, I'd probably still be putting it off. Sometimes it's just like that for me. The worst part, maybe for me, I think about this revolving door of interest is just that lately it's had me wondering, like, what does it mean to like a hobby or activity? Do I actually like anything I'm into, or do I just hyperfixate on it for a few weeks and my brain tells me it feels really good to know so many things about these things and to participate, but I don't actually care? I'm pretty sure I like these things, but what if I don't? When my brain doesn't let me focus on them, they sure do fucking nothing for me, I'll tell you that much. Sometimes I really want to make videos and content. This is the third script I've written tonight after a month of only being able to make myself write a paragraph or so. And I have days where I'll blitz through everything and love the process, and other days where it's like dragging a boulder to a finish line that I know I need to cross, that I know I should want to cross, but I can't make myself cross. And do I really want to do any of this if it's so hard to make myself do it? Do I want to do anything if nothing is the best I can handle now and then? It's certainly quite a rabbit hole of thought to follow through on. It's wild to me how many videos I used to be able to make. Granted, they were rather short back then, but I was still keeping up with a more active FTCR back then and a job that had me doing 80-hour work weeks more and more often. All of this has really just come about in the last couple years, I think. But anyway, this is my rambling video to say, hey, I'm trying. I want to be doing better for you and for myself. I'm hoping I'll get there. I want to make myself do more this year, or at least make myself stick to the ideas I have instead of letting my whims dictate what I'm doing, because that usually results in me doing not nearly as much as I could. Hopefully I can find some breakthrough this year and manage to do something or find some routine that makes my brain work more normally, but I just wanted to put this out there on the offhanded chance one person hears this and goes, hey, that sounds like me. Maybe I need to look into this too. Being aware of it doesn't suddenly make it easier or make it go away, but it does set you down a path of understanding yourself more and hopefully working towards betterment. I'm going to keep trying to do better, and hopefully we'll all pull through all of this. I appreciate you taking the time to hear me out on this ramble, and hopefully it helps explain why I sometimes go a month or two without a new video, or why I don't stream for months and months at a time. Everything just seems daunting, even the things I know I'm dying to do, despite how my brain is letting me feel about it. Hopefully in a year from this video, I'll look back and go, yeah, I managed that a lot better in 2022 than I did in 2021. I don't know how to end this video, so thanks for sticking around, and peace. Thanks.